Have you ever had the feeling that no matter how hard you try, nothing flows? Have you ever found yourself thinking that your life is at a standstill, as if everything is stuck, as if doors that previously seemed to open easily are now all locked? Have you ever experienced moments when everything goes wrong at the same time? Money doesn't come in, opportunities disappear, health weakens, relationships deteriorate, and even your faith seems silent. What if this isn't just a coincidence, or just a bad phase? What if your paths are truly closed, spiritually? Many people live in a cycle of negative repetitions and don't even realize it. Life goes in circles, the same mistakes, the same obstacles, the same pains that come back as if they were stuck with you. And no matter how much you try to react, start over, reinvent yourself, everything drags on. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever wanted to scream, "What's holding me back? Why does everything stop just when it seems like it's going to work?" And the strangest thing is that others around you even manage it. It happens for them. But for you, no. This is often called closed paths. And yes, there are spiritual causes behind this blockage, because the world is not made only of matter. There is an invisible universe of forces, vibrations, energies that directly influences our daily lives. And when that spiritual field is misaligned, unbalanced, or weakened, things around us begin to get stuck. Do you believe that someone's envy can stop your life? Have you ever thought that a word spoken in anger, a negative thought, poorly channeled energy can stick to you like an invisible weight? How many times have you trusted someone you shouldn't have? How many times have you shared your dreams with someone? I just wanted you the worst behind a smile. How many times have you felt that something changed after someone entered your house, or after a fight, or after a simple, strange look? There are blocks that don't come from what you do, but from everything you allow into your field, without realizing it. And the soul feels, the body feels, the energy changes, and everything starts to go wrong, but inside you feel like it's not natural. Sometimes the paths close due to the environment itself. Loaded houses, places with accumulated energy, objects with a negative history, poorly positioned mirrors, words spoken in anger and hurt that vibrate in the air. Have you ever entered an environment and felt unexplained discomfort? Have you ever felt like leaving somewhere immediately, as if your soul was saying, "It's not good for you"? Now think, what if this environment is your own home? But the cause does not always come from outside. Sometimes the blockage starts within. Sorrows that you don't release. Guilt you've been carrying for years. Fears that became walls. Negative thoughts that repeat themselves like a silent echo. People you still haven't forgiven. Things you keep beating yourself up for not doing. Have you ever wondered how much of this is weighing on your spiritual field? The spiritual world is movement. When you get stuck inside, the energy around you gets stuck too. Nothing flows in a soul that has become accustomed to carrying pain, and even when you try to follow, it's like you're pulling at an anchor. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever had the feeling that the problem is not outside, but inside, and still you can't change? And when the paths close, everything seems to go against you. You send resumes and no one responds. You try to undertake and everything gets stuck. Make plans, but something always goes wrong. People disappear, proposals fall. Unforeseen events arise as if there were a force blocking your steps. Do you feel this? Have you experienced this over and over again and started to wonder if there is something spiritual behind it? Have you ever tried to do something simple like signing a contract, going on a trip, scheduling an important appointment, and everything went wrong from one moment to the next? Small mistakes, delays, misunderstandings. It seems like a coincidence, but it's not. They are signs that something in the spiritual field needs urgent attention. And when you try to react, everything seems to weigh even more. Discouragement comes Fatigue comes and stops you from trying again. The internal voice comes saying, why try again if it's going to fail again? And so, without realizing it, you start to accept the blockage as part of your life. But it's not. You were not born to live with your paths blocked. Your soul wants fluidity, freedom, movement. You feel it inside you, don't you? Maybe you are listening to this now and recognizing everything you are experiencing. Perhaps you are remembering people, places, phases in your life that marked the beginning of this lockdown. And maybe you're wondering, is there a way to unlock this? Is there a way to get it flowing again? How do I identify what's holding me back spiritually? And the answer is yes. But the first step is to recognize. It's accepting that you need to take care of the invisible with the same seriousness as you take care of what is visible. Comment below. Do you feel like your paths are closed? That no matter how hard you try, everything stops? Have you ever sought spiritual help for this? Have you ever done any cleaning or protection rituals? Write your experience, because just by writing, you start to move the energy that is stuck. And your story can help others understand that they are not alone. If this video is speaking to you, like now, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and share with someone who keeps saying that nothing works, but hasn't yet. Realize that it can be spiritual. Here we talk about the soul with truth. And in the next section, I will show you the clear signs that your paths are spiritually blocked, and what you can do safely to start reopening everything that has been blocked. In the next section, I will show you the clear signs that your paths are spiritually blocked and what you can do safely to start reopening everything that has been blocked. And the first sign almost always starts out subtle, as if it were just an inconvenience, a detail, but it grows over time. It's constant stagnation in all areas of life. You feel like you're circling around in the same place without leaving the point. Nothing flows, nothing evolves. It's like you're pushing a door that won't open. Have you ever had this feeling of trying with all your might, but to no avail? Have you ever wondered if this crash could come from something bigger than you imagine? Another strong signal is the repetition of failures at decisive moments. When everything seems like it's going to work out, something happens and breaks the process. An unforeseen event, a misunderstanding, a sudden drop in energy, a confusion that was not expected. And this happens once, twice, 3 times. And you start to think, is there something stopping me from winning? Have you lived through this cycle? Have you ever felt that whenever you get close to an achievement, something pulls you back? And what about the sudden loss of motivation? Days when you wake up not wanting anything. You try to react, but everything seems colorless, dull, meaningless. The soul weighs, the mind closes, the body refuses. And even if nothing serious happened, there is an invisible weight paralyzing you. Have you ever woken up like this? Having that feeling that something is wrong, even when everything seems normal. These signs don't come alone. They often bring along spiritual discouragement. You try to pray, but your mind can't concentrate. You try to light a candle, take a bath, read, but nothing happens. The spiritual connection that once sustained you begins to weaken. You move away from faith without realizing it, and the further away you go, the more things get stuck. Have you ever felt this? That even your faith is dormant? That not even the spiritual strengthens you like it used to? Another sign that cannot be ignored is strange energy in the house. The environment is charged. Plants that wither without explanation, animals that move, appliances breaking, a feeling of oppression in the air, and a constant desire to leave, to escape, to not stay in that place. Have you ever felt your own home become a heavy place where everything gradually falls apart? And when the paths are really closed, there are also specific people who disappear from your life or avoid you for no reason. Invitations that disappear, opportunities that were certain and evaporated. People who were with you at the beginning of the journey and suddenly turn their backs. Everything starts to disconnect. Have you been through this? Have you ever felt like you were taken away from paths and groups without understanding why? But the strongest signal may not be outside, it's in. It's that inner voice telling you that you are no longer in the right place, that something needs to change, that there is something stopping your life, and that it is not just emotional. It is a silent cry of the soul saying, I want to follow, but I can't. Do you hear that voice? Do you feel like there is something beyond the visible, holding you back? If you've come this far and identified yourself with one or more of these signs, it's time to act. And the first step is spiritual cleansing. You can start with the simple, a bath of herbs such as rue, rosemary, guinea, light an incense of white, pitch or myrrh, intending to break blockages. Say a prayer of liberation with an open heart, asking God to reveal to you what needs to be broken, cut or removed. Have you ever done any spiritual cleansing and felt immediate relief? Have you noticed the difference between an energetically clean environment and a charged place? Have you had experiences with prayer or herbs that transformed your day? The second step is take care of your spiritual frequency. Paths open up when your vibration changes. Cultivate gratitude, even on heavy days. Strengthen your faith constantly, not just in moments of pain. Make it a habit to shield your mind against negative thoughts and your tongue against complaints. Because what comes out of you also shapes what comes back to you. Have you ever thought about how much your words have created walls instead of bridges? And finally, stay away from what sucks your light. Toxic relationships, negative environments, habits that sink you. When your soul tells you something is wrong, listen. Don't insist on what the energy has already rejected. Sometimes for paths to open up, you first have to get off the wrong road. Do you have the courage to cut what weakens you, even if it hurts? Comment here, which of these signs do you feel the most? Have you ever gone through a phase where everything got stuck and you only managed to get out when you took care of your spirituality? Write your story. Your comment may be exactly what someone else needs to read right now. If this video helped you see better what is happening in your life like now, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and share with someone you feel stuck but don't yet know why. Because sometimes what that person needs isn't more effort, it's light. In the next video, I will teach you a simple, powerful and spiritual ritual to open paths and remove energies that block your life. Don't miss it.